Hey guys, you guys can see my setup here. And that's what it looks like on this side of things. Camera's a little goofy. Boop. So I'm trying something different. I'm doing this from my phone today because I want to be able to do this pork butt for you guys. I said I'd do it today, so this is just going to be a little short stream that kind of goes into how to make a pork butt. Very quick way to do it in terms of just being able to throw something in the crock pot and let it go for a while. I hope you guys can hear me all right. Nobody's on, so nobody can tell me. But maybe we'll get somebody on in a moment. Let's see. All right, sounds like audio is good. So, there is sound coming out. So, I'm going to walk you through my tiny little Cracker Jack box house. And we'll go over to the kitchen where we can start cooking. I'm right in the middle of having new flooring put in. So, as you can see, those are my stacks of flooring. Like I said, we've only been here a couple months. Not even a couple months. So, I'm still doing a lot to get everything up to par, up to speed. See where I can put you guys. How's that? Alright, hey guys. We got one viewer. So this is my pork foot. We'll make real short work of this, and then I can show you guys what it comes out like later on this evening. It usually takes about 6 to 8 hours to cook. So this is going to be kind of a late night dinner for me, which is fine. We stay up late anyways, right? That's where we have all the fun. Pretty easy to do. I'll show you. I'm doing this in an Instant Pot. But there's my pan right there. I'm going to cut this puppy open. Real easy. Now these are great because you can really, especially if you don't, let's see, especially, oh, there's my kiddo. You got to see her for just a second. It's the elusive child o' mine, right? Okay. So, I'm trying to find a better way to position this so that I can show you guys exactly what's happening here. I guess I can hold it, move it around. We're actually going to use my Snoop wine bottle for just a moment. So as you can see, I got my pork butt. And I'm just going to put it right in there. I'm not putting any liquid in here. None. Because what you want it to do is there's that layer of fat. I'll show you. There's this layer of fat on the back. And you want that placed down in the bottom of the pan. Okay, I haven't put any seasonings on it yet. We're going to do that right now. There's a reason why. I just do it all in the pan because you want as much of the seasonings on the pork as possible. That's where you're going to get a lot of the flavor from. I don't like having to transfer seasonings. You tend to lose some fall off, things like that. So, two things that I will always use on this. It's a little bit of kosher salt. And I love this stuff. Sazon. Okay? I know lighting isn't great there. But this stuff is great. I love this stuff. And I'm literally just going to douse this thing with it. So, here, let me switch the camera view so you can see. So there's my pork butt. And I am going to coat the hell out of this thing with this stuff. This stuff has just about every flavor you could want for pork. We're going to get that real good. See, I'm gonna pat it down a little bit to kind of push the seasonings and spices into there. Yeah, like I said, a lot. There's a couple other things I add too, so we'll get to that in just a second. But see, and then we'll even do the sides and the fatty part too. There we go. Gotta get the whole thing. Boom, boom, boom. All over. Get it good, man. It's okay to season your stuff really good. Most restaurants will tell you when it doesn't come out like it was in the restaurant, you didn't use enough seasonings or you didn't use enough salt. It's usually the two biggest culprits. So that's that. That's the sazon portion of it. Now we do have a little bit more to go on that. I'll put this back here. So we got the sazon in there. That's not all we're going to do though. We're going to take one medium-sized onion. You don't need a big one. Medium size is fine. Small one is even okay too. You don't need a lot. This isn't supposed to be overbearing. It's just going to sit underneath the pork. I'm going to half it, and it'll sit right underneath the pork, and it'll cook in, and it's just going to help to create some more flavor, some more dynamic. Quick, easy thing to do. All right. I hate pulling the skin off onions. It's always the worst for me. Just because I end up pulling off more of the onion than I want sometimes. But that's okay. Again, you know, this isn't supposed to be ironclad. You don't need a certain set amount of onion. Small to medium one. And again, it's just adding a complexity of flavor. You know, you can even go without it if you don't want to put it in. Don't feel like you're gonna wreck the meat if you don't. There's always things you can do after you season it. Now, I do these roasts, and when I do them, it's just basically me and my daughter in the home, right? So I do this knowing that this meat is going to go a lot further than just what we have for dinner tonight, okay? So I recommend, if you don't have Tupperware or Ziploc bags or something you could put some leftovers in, you're definitely going to want that. And there's a lot you can do with it. I use this to to make tacos, burritos, enchiladas. Like tonight, we're going to do it over some mashed potatoes with a little bit of broccoli and carrots on the side. You know, nothing too crazy, just very basic. You know, easy stuff to do. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just cutting this tomato in half. This onion in half. Apologies. All right. And then I'm going to cut it so that the halves sit like this, right? And the reason I'm doing that is because when I go to put this under the pork, I still want it to be able to sit almost like a bed, right? So you can see I've just put the onions right there on the bottom. Real easy. Real easy, not sleazy. All right. Need a towel. Here we go. Always keep dish towels handy. I got a ton of these things. I just bought a big bag of them. That way if you have to throw them out, you have to throw them out. No big deal. You can get them pretty cheap, but it makes cooking a lot easier. Okay, so I've got my sazon in here. I've got my onions in here. There's a couple more things I'm gonna put in. I'm tossing stuff all over my kitchen, guys. I'm doing the good work for you. The good work is being done for you. And I can't find what I'm looking for. Where did my cumin go? Oh, here it is. There we go. I always add in a little bit of cumin. The cumin's always a nice little touch. Add some good flavor. It's earthy. You don't need very much of it. Go easy on it. Otherwise your food will just smell like sweat. Like really, really nasty sweat. All right. Now for the last part, I don't use a whole lot of salt because pork's already salty. But about that much, you know, a handful of salt. And I'm just gonna kind of move that around, put that all over the meat. And then we have our butter. I typically use grass-fed butter for everything, but being that this is a larger piece of meat, I'm not going to do the grass-fed. It's just that butter is pretty expensive, and I mean, if you've got it to splurge, go for it. But usually it's about, you know, $4 for one of the little 1 pound sticks of it. So $4 to $6, depending on where you're at and what kind of deal you can get. So I try to use that sparingly. And regular butter is just fine for this. I mean, this isn't, you know, special pork. This is not I usually do like to get pastured pork, heritage pork. But sometimes, you know, again, it gets a little pricey, so work within your price range. You don't have to have it. It does make it better. It does, it's healthier for you. So I recommend it. By the way, guys, I'm doing this on my phone, so if you are chatting, I'm probably not seeing it because I have to open up another app. My hands are all sticky with butter. So I will check as soon as we get this on. Okay, so we've got our cumin, we've got our salt, we've got our butter, we've got our sazon, we've got the onions underneath, right? Okay, so now we need to go ahead and get this on over into our Instant Pot. I just recently switched from a crock pot to an Instant Pot, and it is a learning curve. It does not cook the same. So just be aware of that. If you're a crock pot user and you're switching over, read the directions, read recipes and stuff. The Instant Pot is not instant either. That's one thing I learned. I tried to cook a roast thinking I was going to get it done like a couple hours earlier. It really depends on what it is. It's not always that quick. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this, okay? So there we go. All the fixings are in there. We got the butter, baby. We're doing the thing. So here is the big unit. Like what they used to call Randy Johnson when he was playing baseball for the Diamondbacks. Big unit. Alright. As you can see, I have a very small galley kitchen. Told you guys, I live in a Cracker Jack box. So once I get that, and I'll show you here too. So we've got this guy here, right? All right. Now for this pork roast, this one that I got is about 6 pounds. And I'm just going to put that lid on just like that. Yeah, this one is about 6.5 pounds. So you can be pretty safe that if we do this for 8 hours, it's going to come out falling apart. So I'm going to hit my slow cook option. And then, see, the last one I did was for 9 hours. That was a bigger piece of meat. We're going to say 6 hours. Actually, let's do 8 hours. 7. 7's a good happy medium. All right. So, and I want that set to high, which it's on right now. All right. That's it. That's it. It's easy. Okay. I'm just going to hit the start button. It'll start preheating. And in 7 hours, we should have some really good looking pork. And that's that. That's really all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Pretty easy shit. Kind of tried weed for the first time last night. Thought I would let you out. If anyone knows that, lol. Oh, Lord Kilmore, I am making a pork butt. We're just crock potting it. I make them just very, very easy. I try to make the recipe as easy as possible. I'll go back over that recipe again, and I don't have a link for it because it's seriously something I made up. I like being in the kitchen, so I cook a lot. Sorry if you're seeing my all up in my nose. I'm not used to streaming like this. So hello. Yeah, slow cooker meats are the easiest. That's my kiddo laughing in the background. She thinks I'm funny.
Dad?
Yes.
Can I make my ramen now?
Go ahead. She's more excited about making ramen than she is about this. So, but that's because she's gotten used to it. She has it all the time. So I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm going to switch over to my Streamlabs on my computer. Give me just a second. We'll get the camera up. And then you guys can ask all the questions you want, and then we'll go through it.
Yeah, I need you to make a decision. I need to ask you a question.
All right. What's the question?
Up or down?
Up or down?
Yeah.
Up.
Okay, right or left?
Left.
Okay, orange or brown?
Brown.
Okay, thank you. You just help me pick out which ramen I have to use.
Good. There we go. See? So there it is. Okay, I'm going to try to... Let's see if I can switch this over. Give me just a second. Okay. And that should transfer me over. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I may have to stop this one to start that one. Let me see. Yep, that's what I have to do. I have to break this one and go to the other. Boom. Let's see. Okay. All right. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to stop and come back. Okay. So I can get back on my desktop.